Hello, welcome to Trop Gun Shop's 3-round burst, a brief look into all things gun related within the firearms industry. Today we're talking about the Homesteader. Much to the chagrin of some hardcore Henry fans, Henry Repeating Arms has introduced a new 9mm carbine on the most romantic day of the year, Valentine's Day. And we all know nothing says love like change. Okay, who are we kidding? No one likes or loves anything having to do with change. So the Homesteader doesn't seem to mesh with the repertoire of Henry's high-quality lever-action production line. And some may even claim that the Homesteader doesn't have the same appeal as Henry's lever actions. Some say that Henry is just selling out, and others are just blatantly asking why. Well, sometimes change can be good. It's not Henry's first semi-automatic rifle. They've certainly had success with the U.S. Survival AR-7 chambered in .22 long rifle. However, the Homesteader is Henry's first semi-automatic PCC, pistol caliber carbine, chambered in 9mm with a cycling blowback action. Now you're probably thinking, the recoil on that thing must be interesting. The truth is there's very little recoil. A reciprocating weight operates on a guide rod within the forearm, which counteracts the force of the recoil and makes for a smooth and pleasurable shooting experience. Some quick specs on the carbine here includes a 16-inch barrel with a 1/2 by 28 thread pattern that comes ready to mount a suppressor right out of the box. Has an overall length of just under 36 inches, weighs just slightly over 6.5 pounds. It does have a trigger weight of about 6.5 pounds to get that trigger engaged, and the overall length of pull, you're looking at 14 inches. It sports an ambidextrous bolt lock, easily interchangeable left and right side charging handle, and it comes already drilled and tapped to prepare for a Weaver 63 Bravo top mount scope base. It comes standard with a 5-round magazine and one 10-round magazine, but in comparison to other PCC makes and models before it, like the Ruger PC Carbine or the Keltec Sub 2000 Multimag, Henry ensured that the Homesteader would similarly be designed and built with the versatile options available at its consumers' fingertips. Ergo, the incorporation of the interchangeable magwell conversion kits for Glock, Sig Sauer, and Smith & Wesson double stack magazines. For example, this model here actually does include the Glock magwell conversion kit. And this here is a Glock 17 magazine, and as you can tell, goes in there perfectly, fits fine, no problems. Then again, if you're feeling froggy, this here is the ETS magazine for a Glock 19, and again, fits in there beautifully. But what about the prevailing question? Why 9mm? Allow us to preface our response first by reminding everyone that Henry Repeating Arms primarily specializes in long guns. Now, moving on, there are two key words at play here: relevance and versatility. Sure, the proverbial cowboy and coach guns chambered in loads like 45 Long Colt, 30-30, 45-70, and the whole gamut of them are fun, nostalgic novelty items, but the harsh reality is, in today's modern world, these calibers are slowly fading into obscurity as a recreational interest versus practical purpose. And unless you're reloading your own ammunition, they are getting expensive and increasingly more difficult to find. Now consider 9mm. Since 2020, costs and prices for 9mm ammunition have dropped significantly, and they are continuing to do so, and as a result, it's on the rebound. Its popularity has made it abundant and readily available, which only adds to the appeal of the caliber. In the face of being put out to pasture, Henry has seemingly embraced the merit of what 9mm ammunition has to offer, which is longevity. 9mm is also an extremely versatile round, which further spurs its popularity and the desire to do more with it. from standard 115 grain Full Metal Jacket target ammunition to more high-end 185 grain advanced defensive ammunition. 9mm can be fun, recreational, practical, and purposeful. Henry built the Homesteader around the functionality of the 9mm, and it can and will fire anything from the standard 115 grain up to plus P ammunition. As stated by Henry, Homesteader rifles will shoot any good quality, factory-loaded familiar brand types of either standard or plus P loads of 9mm Luger, Parabellum, or NATO ammunition. So ultimately, it's like, do you want to go plink around at the range? Take the 9mm. Do you need something for protection at home? Use the 9mm hollow points. The size of the rifle makes it extremely versatile as well. Now, we hope that no one in their right mind would be found hunting for, let alone shooting at, moose, caribou, bear, mountain lions with this gun. If you are, God bless you, and we hope you have a strong backup plan. However, smaller to mid-sized predatory animals would be ideal for this gun. With variables like brand, type of ammunition, and grain weight, most 9mm carbines with 16-inch barrels are accurate up to about 100 yards. This would be more than enough distance and area to address these pesky and pervasive nuisances on or around farms, ranches, or other places where valuable assets are worth protecting. And because its overall length is just shy of 36 inches, the Homesteader is easy to keep and store in the house for home defense. So again, to Henry's point, which they state, from bedpost to fence post. So what does a gun like this go for? Henry's suggested retail price is about $930 for the standard Homesteader with its proprietary magwell. Other Homesteader models with the interchangeable magwells for Glock, SIG, Smith & Wesson magazines have a suggested retail price of about $960. Unfortunately, here at Trop, we don't currently have any Homesteaders in stock yet, but it's coming. Be sure to keep your eyes and ears open for emails, social media updates, as well as in-house news about the Homesteader's availability at Trop Gun Shop. Concerning the Homesteader, overall, with its pros and cons, pros, its size. It's small, it's compact, and it's very lightweight. It shoots relatively cheap and versatile 9mm ammunition, which is generally easy to find these days now. It supports left-handed shooters with its ambidextrous designs. And it has the interchangeable magwell options for 3 of the most popular brands currently on the market, with it being Glock, SIG, and Smith & Wesson. Cons. Aesthetically, it looks like a Daisy Powerline or a Crossman 760 BB gun. There are no integrated rails for red dot mounts or any other kind of mounted integration here. So aftermarket rails will have to be mounted on top of the receiver in order to go that route if that's something that you prefer. It's slightly front heavy due to the reciprocating weight that's in the forearm. Henry has produced a convenient little shooter, but currently it's only available in 9mm, and although different models include conversion kits for their respective interchangeable magwells, physically changing the magwell itself is kind of a pain and seemingly inefficient, which is okay for the One Desire magazine of choice, albeit, again, SIG, Glock, and Smith & Wesson. But swapping that one magazine out for another may be more trouble than it's worth. We operate in a very opinionated industry. Everyone has their own quirks, likes, dislikes concerning respective firearms, and it's always going to be different strokes for different folks. The Homesteader is new to the industry, and for the most part, it's been met with praise and great anticipation. Some fanboys, though, seem to be a little reluctant to accept change. But if you get a chance to give it a shot, we think you'll learn to like it and appreciate it too. Hey, thanks for watching 3 Round Burst with Trop Gun Shop.